and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please press subscribe in the subscribe tab below. And if you would like to be notified of any future videos that I do, please press the bell button below on your YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Sharon Hartley, and I have been doing a ketogenic diet for 14 months now. I call it a lifestyle, not a diet, because a diet is just something that we lose weight on, and it's kind of a one thing only for losing weight. A ketogenic lifestyle is so much more about weight loss. This video is how our keto transformation is like a house renovation or building a new house. So when you start a ketogenic lifestyle, it takes a lot of different steps to start. It takes us lowering our carbs to 20 grams, and it takes us baby steps from going from a high carb diet to a low carb lifestyle. So we're taking baby steps to decrease those carbs. It might take us a few days, it might take us a few weeks. And then we get into a step where we're withdrawing from those carbs and those sugars. And before we even start a ketogenic lifestyle, we make decisions. We make big decisions, big plans. We find like a lot, a vacant lot, just like we would if we were going to build a house. And we want to know, is this the right fit for us? Is this going to work for us? Is this going to fit into my budget? Is this going to fit into my lifestyle? Is this going to fit in with my family? And is this going to be obtainable and sustainable to me in the long run? Because this is not a quick fix, it's a long-term solution to weight loss and to health. So that is how we also think about going into a new home. We think, okay, this will be our last home. We want it to have enough rooms. We want it to have X amount of bathrooms. We want it to have a big backyard for our kids to play in. We want it to be close to schools, to cafes, to shopping centers, to community centers, to hospitals. We want all of that in one package. And we want this to be a forever home where we won't have to move again. Because moving is stressful, and so can dieting. It can be stressful as well. So when we're building a house too, we need to set a foundation. We need to make plans. We need to draw up those blueprints of where the bathroom, the kitchen, the family area, the living area, a computer room, any extra other rooms, maybe a craft room, to have a wraparound porch. We need to put all of those together in a blueprint, and we need to map them all out. Then we also need to measure the land as well. Just like we need to measure our bodies when we first start a ketogenic lifestyle. We need to measure our chest. We need to measure our waist. We need to measure our buttocks. We need to measure our thighs, our arms. And then we're going to make a journal. And we're going to journal our progress over time. So every month you're going to put January 1st, I measured such and such in my chest, such and such in my waist, such and such in my buttocks, etc., etc. You get what I'm trying to say. So then make the measurements. But then when you're building a new home, you need to dig all that dirt and put that concrete down and set a foundation. You need to set a foundation for yourself. So you need to set a foundation for yourself with the ketogenic lifestyle. You're going to want to think, is this something that is going to be concrete? Am I going to be able to do this for life? Am I going to be able to go without breads, without pasta, without rice for life and make changes? Am I going to be happy with those substitutes, the substitutes that are keto bread that are made with almond flour or coconut flour? Am I going to like cauliflower with rice? Am I going to like radishes instead of potatoes? Am I going to like keto desserts that I'm going to have to make myself, that I'm not going to be able to just get off a shelf and just pay for it and walk out the door? I'm going to actually have to put some time into doing this. Just like you're going to have to put some time into building a house as well. A house just doesn't build itself overnight. A house takes a year or longer. It takes a year or longer because you need money. And to have to gain that money, you have to work. You have to work at it. You have to work in a job, a 9-to-5 job or a second and third shift job. You have to put in the hours to get that house built. And then when the house is built, there's so much more after the house is built. There's so much more. Okay? So we set our foundations, the concrete is set, and we've made the commitment to ourselves that, yes, this is going to be it. This is what I'm going to stick to. But you know, maybe in the past that you have done every other weight loss program that is out there on the market, and there's a lot. You may have tried Jenny Craig. You may have tried Weight Watchers. You may have tried Nutrisystem. You may have tried Fat Blaster. You may have tried pills. You may have tried drops. You may have tried things that were dangerous for you. And you might think back to how, okay, they didn't work for me. How is this going to work for me? You might think about how you've done stuff in the past and you've stuck with it for a while, but then you've gone back into old patterns and fallen back and not only gained the weight that you have lost, but gained double of what you've lost. So you have to see that this is sustainable for you, that's the right decision for you. It's the right decision for your family, because you also might have to get your family involved in the ketogenic lifestyle as well. Instead of making five different meals, someone might be gluten-free, someone might be intolerant to dairy, and someone might be doing low fat, or someone just might not want to eat keto. Do you really want to be making 5 different meals? No. You want to be making one meal that everyone's going to enjoy. And with a ketogenic lifestyle, the food is yummy. It's easy to do. It's easy to put together. You also have to think about the time that you meal plan, if you meal plan even. The decisions that you're going to make weekly. What am I going to have on Monday? What am I going to have on Tuesday? What am I going to have on Thursday? You might want to plan it all out in a weekly planner. If you're not a planner, you don't have to be a planner. But you've just got to make the decision to eat healthy and to lower your carbs, up your fat, and keep your protein moderate. So when we transform ourselves, we have an idea in our mind of how we wish to look. Or we also have an idea of that we want to get off medications, We don't want to be taking insulin anymore. We don't want to be driving to the doctors every single week and sitting in a doctor's office for an hour and then having the doctor tell you what you already knew you needed to do, which was to lose weight. Okay? You don't want to be making those trips to the emergency room because you're in so much pain, and with you being so overweight or obese or morbidly obese, that you're sitting in those waiting rooms for hours and hours and hours and hours to be told by an emergency room nurse that you need to lose weight. And it's something that we hear all the time from people who are in the medical profession, is if you lose weight, if you get the weight off your joints, and if you lose weight, it can be that you won't have to have surgery. You won't have to have a knee replacement, a hip replacement. You will not have to take insulin anymore. You will not be on X, Y, and Z pills anymore. What sounds great? That sounds great. But it also takes work. It takes work, it takes dedication, it takes determination, and it takes willpower. Just like it takes a house to be built. A house is built with walls, with bricks and mortar, with plumbing, with wiring. And so is keto, in a way. It's a decision that you make at the start, at the very start, a decision. It's a promise that you make to yourself. I promise that I'm going to do this for myself, for my family, for my children, for my grandchildren, for my health. Maybe to get a job. Maybe to work from home. Maybe to be able to exercise. Maybe to live life. Maybe to be able to go out hiking with your buddies instead of sitting on a seat and watching them hike and think, I'm missing out. I'm missing out because I'm so overweight that I can't breathe. That no way would I be able to join them. And even if I did, I wouldn't enjoy it, whatever the activity is. And when we're renovating a house, we look at paint samples, don't we? Carpet samples, or if we want wooden floors in our house. So we also look with the ketogenic lifestyle, how we want to do the ketogenic lifestyle. Do we want to track? Do we not want to track? Do we want to do it lazy? Or do we want to make it easy for ourselves? Or do we want to be struggling and saying, I can't do this. This is not what I signed up for. This is not working. Okay? So it's taken me 14 months to get 72 pounds off. And not everyone is going to take 72 pounds off in 14 months. They might take a longer time. They might take a shorter time. It all depends. It depends on genetics. It depends on DNA. It depends on health conditions. It depends on a number of things, medications. It depends on the time that you put into it. So if you're not putting time into exercising, if you're not putting time into meal planning, and if you're just doing it halfway, then you're only halfway doing it. And you're not fulfilling that promise that you made to yourself. And you're not being able to stick with it. Because I can tell you so many weight loss programs that I've tried. I haven't been in it. I wanted to do it for my family. I've never really kind of been fully 100% committed because I felt so bad. I felt so bad. And I had an emotional eating problem. I was addicted to food. I had a big addiction to carbs and a big addiction to sugars. I had a huge addiction. And it was so hard to break, so hard to break. And it took just one time to be at breaking point. I was rock bottom. But I had to hit rock bottom. And my rock bottom was, I was looking at the scales and I seen 305 pounds. And that just made me burst into tears. I was just thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? I need to do something today. And I prayed about it. I'm a Christian and I pray about things. Because I know that I cannot do this alone. I am weak and that I need my faith to be involved in my journey. And you also might need certain things in your journey. You might need the support of your friends. You might need the support of your family. And if you're an emotional eater, or if you're a binge eater, or if you've had tragedies come to you in life, you might need some therapy. Do those things. If you need those things, do them for yourself. Don't do them for others. Do them for yourself. You've got to want to do this for yourself, not to please your family, not to please your friends, but to do it for yourself. Like you're building this dream home for yourself. And this dream home is going to be beautiful. It's going to be a home that you're going to live in forever. It's going to be a home full of energy, full of love. Doesn't that just sound amazing? In the bigger picture, it is amazing. And it's doable. All it takes is that foundation to start off with, to follow it through, to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's all worth it. I can tell you it's all worth it, my friends. It's all worth it. It's going to take time. It might take years. You know, Rome was not built in a day, and a house was not built in a day either. But when you get to that transformation, you'll look better, you'll feel better, you'll notice that your relationships are better, your friendships are better, your relationships with your husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend will improve. I must tell you that my husband has said to me he would love me no matter what size I was. Okay? But I knew that I didn't love me at whatever size I was. I was ashamed of myself. Just like people are ashamed of living in a messy house, in a house that's not clean. What you look like on the outside is what people are going to see. It's a reflection of who you are. And if you take care of yourself, if you take care of your body, people are going to treat you differently. You're going to get better jobs, better rewards. You're going to feel great. You're going to be able to go out and do all those activities that you thought, no, I could never do. I'm not that person to go hiking. And you're going to be able to join your friends and you're going to go hiking and you're going to get up on top of that mountain and you're going to see those beautiful, beautiful views. You're going to see that gorgeous, gorgeous sunset. Or you're going to be able to walk along the beach and you're going to feel those waves hit your feet. You're going to feel that water. And you're going to be able to take your dog for a walk. And I'm talking about fur babies, our fur babies, because they're just as important as our children. That we can run after them, that we can play fetch with them, and that we can keep up with them. Because life is short. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. We're going to work at it today. Baby steps even. as long as we start. So if you haven't started already and you're looking into doing the ketogenic lifestyle, don't wait. Get in, jump in and do it. Because I was you. I was you. I was questioning myself. I was questioning if I could even do a ketogenic lifestyle, if it would fit my lifestyle, if it would fit my family, if it would fit my budget. But I just looked into things. I looked at other people's transformations. I had friends who were doing it that were encouraging me. And that really helped. And social media has really helped me as well, because it has kept me accountable. I am accountable to 800 plus members on Facebook on my keto journey. If you haven't already added yourself to the group, and if you're watching on YouTube, please feel free to click the tab below that says Facebook and add yourself to the group, because we have so many great recipes, so many great meal plans come out every week, every Friday. They're free. We have people who will motivate you, encourage you, inspire you, and keep you on track. We're here to keep you on track. So let's build those beautiful homes. Let's be proud of ourselves, proud of our accomplishments and our achievements and our transformations. Maybe this summer, maybe next summer, we'll be able to fit in that bikini and show our beautiful bodies off. Maybe we don't want that. Maybe we just want better health. And we want to go to that doctor's office and say, hey, I did it, look. And we want to see our doctor's mouths drop and go, wow, you have lost a significant amount of weight. That's exactly what mine said. I do not look the same person. She was like, wow, I've lost practically a toddler in my weight. And I'm still going. This is not the end game. There really is no end game, because even when you do get to your goal weight, then you have to maintain it. Just like you would have to maintain a house. You have to maintain it. You have to sand and prep those weatherboards if you do have a weatherboard house. You have to look after your shingles and your guttering and your wiring and your plumbing. Just like you have to look after yourself. Internally and externally. Take care of your organs. Make sure that you're getting all the multivitamins, all the supplements, all the minerals, all the water, the exercise, to be toning up our house, to be toning up those arms, to be toning up those legs, to be toning up the abdominal section. And it might be to the point where medically it's necessary to have surgery for loose skin, because the loose skin might not go away. It might cause rashes. So just like building a house, our body might need some surgery, because when we think about it, over the amount of years that we've been overweight, which for me is 35, but it took 34 years of abuse. And it was abuse. I was abusing myself. I was digging my grave. But then when I changed my way of thinking, when I changed my way of eating, I started to transform. I started to build that new house, and I'm halfway there. Halfway in my journey. This is part 2. I have 64 more pounds to lose to get to where I want. And I'm still going to have curves. I'm not going to be skinny. I'm not doing this to get skinny. I'm doing this to get healthy. There are people who are thin that are doing ketogenic because it's a healthier way. They love the way they feel. It works for them. It's not a quick fix. It works for them. They're able to sustain it all throughout their lives. They don't fall back. They just keep going. They might add some more healthier carbs in over time, which is great. You can do that. You can eat more kale, more broccoli, more cauliflower. You can add in more calories as long as those calories are good calories. Whatever your body needs, you give it. If it wants more water, give it more water. If it works on that you're intermittent fasting or you're 1 meal a day fasting and you're feeling great because of those things, then that's what you've got to do. Just like what you're going to do for your house, because your family's living there. And you're living there. And you're living in this body. This body is a temple. It is a temple of God. We were not born this way. We made ourselves like this. Okay? So let's just strive to build that new home, to look in that mirror every day and to see that that is our challenge, ourselves. That is our challenge. Don't look at anyone else. Don't look at anyone else that's on this weight loss journey, because they might have lost so many pounds and you might think, okay, why aren't I losing? Don't look at them. They're not your competition. You are your competition. Okay? And if you're struggling with not maybe seeing any changes, measure yourself. Don't look on the scales. Don't look for those numbers, because those scales are suckers. They will lie to you. You're changing every single day, even if you can't see it. It is like the iceberg method. Stuff is happening on the top, but so much stuff is happening below as well. You're regenerating your cells. Your health is improving. Hormone imbalances are being fixed. Your depression is fading away. You're being more energetic, more confident, more happier. So there are things that we can't see, underlying things that we can't see. Don't compare yourself to others. What I have done lately is I've looked at old pictures of my old building, per se. And I thought, wow, how could I have lived this way? How could I have lived that way for 34 years? And I said to my husband, did you really love me when I looked that way? He said, of course I love you. I love you no matter what. But I know that I didn't love myself. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. So thanks for tuning in today, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video on how keto transformation is like a house renovation or building a new home. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe in the tab below. And if you like this video, please press like, show me some love, and if you have any comments, any questions, please comment in the comments below and I will be sure to get back to you. Take care, guys. Keto on. Bye.